This is clothing. If you know her, it is probably from that one infamous abs in 2 weeks video that undoubtedly went viral, but for all the wrong reasons.
Your abs will love you and hate you at the same time, but it's gonna be worth it.
507 million people got misled into thinking that abs in 2 weeks was a possibility. But she isn't the only one doing such a thing. There is a mind-blowing amount of influencers repeating the same awful advice.
And today I got a 12-minute HIIT workout for you guys.
Today's home workout is your 5-minute burn belly fat blast. You are gonna get results if you do this every single day, guys, so please make sure you commit to 2 weeks.
From our desire for quick fixes and our tendency to pick people based on their looks, we are pushing the wrong people up to the top. This is an industry where no qualifications are needed to enter.
I jumped into an industry that had no instruction manual. I'm basically going through uncharted territory.
Well, and oftentimes you'll see people with no qualifications whatsoever, millions of followers, giving out information,
Leading to a ridiculous amount of misinformation getting spread all over the internet.
Videos like what I ate in a day, how to get a bigger butt and smaller waist, a flatter stomach, an hourglass body shape. They are all the rage. They have millions, if not billions, of views. And fitfluencers get it too, and they are making a fortune. But is it ethical? Or are these fitness influencers profiting off their fans' insecurities and body image issues?
I guarantee, if you watch this video till the end, you will know how to lose belly fat in 7 days.
What these people do is trick or tell you what you want to hear or give you false hope or false information, and then it preys on all your, oh please, like if I do this it's gonna work.
A lot of these fitfluencers are actually promoting under-eating.
I am now eating 1,260 calories total.
Over-exercising.
Complete 30-minute abs workout.
And restrictive dieting.
I usually eat just raw fruits and veggies for an entire week. And
ab workouts are posted purely for engagement. No, I never really did any of the ab workouts I actually did. They just got millions of views.
And whether it's intentional or not, these fitfluencers end up promoting these unhealthy behaviors to their millions of fans.
The thumbnail will say, get abs in 2 weeks. And it doesn't work like that. You can't achieve those things in such a small amount of time.
Following influencers can be beneficial. You'll get things like free advice on things and product recommendations. Yet, those things can be risky. Where this problem begins is the way people choose which influencers they watch. On social media, it's always excellence that is rewarded because of its extreme competition. For fitness-related content, there's a distinction between looks, knowledge, and entertainment. And if we look at who gets promoted online, it's often the best looking, regardless of their actual knowledge and how they got there. Be it really good genetics, steroids, plastic surgery, or filters.
And oftentimes you'll see people with no qualifications whatsoever, millions of followers, giving out information.
This is often known as the attractiveness advantage, whereby attractive people are perceived as smarter, more successful, and more trustworthy. You'll see many promote sketchy products or programs that likely won't give you the promised results.
It's now been 4 years since social media influencer Brittany Dawn apologized for not delivering fitness and nutrition plans to customers.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yeah.
You look familiar.
Yeah.
You look like you stole my daughter's money.
And that was not at all what I received. I actually received, the first document I received didn't even have the right name on it. It was someone else's name.
I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I've taken full responsibility for it. I made things right, and I did whatever it took to make things right.
Influencers have the power of influence, leading to many people trusting and following what they say blindly, not taking into account other things. This is a psychological principle called the confirmation bias, in which a person will look for evidence confirming his or her own beliefs. People also tend to listen to figures with a large following, as it increases their perceived credibility. They have what's called social proof, which is the belief that the majority always knows better, and why people tend to think that these influencers are qualified simply because of their following. But most influencers at the top don't have a clue what they're talking about.
Did you know that often these influencers who were posting these pictures had no nutritional expertise whatsoever?
I didn't really care because to me they had the followers.
After being exposed for long enough to their extremely good looking physiques online, you may start to think that you need to look like that to be good enough. Vshred, for example, who has become popular by looking very good, has millions of customers and has been making hundreds of millions of dollars with his company in 2022, and he will keep making tons of money. Yet, his advice is terrible.
Why the bench press is never going to get your chest any bigger. What you're going to do is actually turn your body, keeping that cable or that...
Because pretty much every single video this guy puts out is full of misinformation and really does nothing except mislead people and promote garbage products in the process.
I never went and bought one of his plans because thankfully I'm educated when it comes to fitness, so I knew everything coming out of it was absolute baloney.
I'm gonna buy whatever it is that he's selling, but why are you so easily fooled? How are you really this gullible?
By taking his quiz, I was told that I could get rid of my excess fat and reach their level of fitness by going on a 2300 calorie diet, which for me is way too low. This was the amount of calories I was consuming when I felt constant low energy, when I was having midday energy crashes, and when I had an eating disorder consuming my life. And by the end, he was selling me all of his courses to help me achieve my goal. No matter what, going on a too low calorie diet and trying to replicate influencers that are likely on PEDs and use every tactic possible to make themselves look better and more shredded online is never a good idea long term and could even lead to health issues later down the line. Another example is Ting with her abs in 2 weeks video. Just another quick fix that doesn't work while making her millions.
Or you can do this as part of my free 2-week shredding program, which you can find over here.
507 million views in ad revenue alone is just over $1 million by giving false advice that will not work. This is a psychological concept called present bias, which is the tendency to settle for instant gratification as opposed to a larger future reward, and which is why these clickbait videos work so well. These aren't the worst things, of course, because all you've really lost is your time, but other things can be much more dangerous. Doing research, I've encountered diets that I never thought I'd see. The Juice Cleanse diet, where the only things you have are 6 vegetables and fruit juices throughout the day.
These juice cleanses tend to be very high in sugar, hypocaloric, absent or low in protein. So for a day, it's not going to do any harm, but long term, it's not sustainable.
Or a baby food diet, where someone eats 16 jars of baby food per day.
This isn't unhealthy, it's just not a diet that you can sustain for a long period of time, and we always recommend that you find things that you can live with long term and healthy diet changes that you can live with.
Or even the cotton ball diet, where you ingest 5 cotton balls dipped in orange juice, which is supposed to fill your stomach up and put you in a calorie deficit.
It involves cotton balls and juice and can be extremely harmful to your body's overall health.
On top of those ridiculous diets, we have sketchy supplements getting promoted that could damage your health.
Our Sculpt Nation team developed our Test Boost formula with top-of-the-line ingredients.
He sells supplements that are honestly some of the very worst I've ever seen.
Or brand sponsors that influencers don't believe in themselves, simply for financial gain. The point is, many influencers have no qualification to give health advice, potentially putting people's health in danger, yet are still getting massive attention by playing on people's emotion and offering them quick fixes or using their looks to influence people. And regardless of how much people love their influencers and try to defend their ideas, it's always a good idea to double check the things they're promoting, whether that be the training programs they're selling,
I made a mistake.
the products they're promoting,
Honestly, guys, you really need to try it because
or the diets they're pushing onto you.
I am now eating 1,260 calories total.
Often, this can create cult-like communities like the fat acceptance movement or carnivore dieters, where one type of diet will be promoted as optimal.
This diet seems to have stopped all of that. I don't have psoriasis. All of the patches have gone.
Yeah.
My gum disease, which is incurable, I had multiple surgeries to deal with it, is completely gone. Took 3 years.
And by continuous approval from the members inside, people in those communities truly believe what they're doing is the right thing.
Just a reminder that I am very fat and very sexy, and I am 100% glorifying obesity, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I've titled this video, "Are all fitness influencers frauds?", which supposes that many give advice or promote things that aren't truthful, but there are many other ways a fitness influencer can be fake, be it through their optimized photos, idealistic lifestyles on Instagram, or their use of steroids, and those things will impact people in a negative way. Viewing perfect looking people online over and over again ends up leading to eating disorders while trying to look like them, body dysmorphia whereby someone focuses on the flaws in their bodies obsessively, or mental health issues like depression by never feeling good enough with what you have. Unfortunately, advice like this will keep thriving because of how humans are designed. The only hope is to spread a message giving awareness and hope many more people view more honest fitness advice coming from myself, More Plays More Days, or other influencers going the more honest and educated path.